Hi, Brian here from The Hive again. I want to show you now a little bit of a model around how teams develop. Now, I've worked with a lot of teams in sport and also in businesses and even in families. And I think it's really important that we can identify the types of roles that are played in teams, whether we know them or whether we don't, and secondly, how they are both useful to us and then sometimes they're not. So the more I work in teams, the more I know that teams are built on energy. And one of the key ingredients or the key roles played in all good teams, business and in sport, is this idea that we need to have what we call mozzies. And that is shortened for mosquitoes, of course. But you know that when you are laying in bed at night and there's one mosquito, one little buzz can make a lot of energy around you shaking around in bed. So mozzies are really important. The next thing we see in our teams is this. And this is a negative to positive, what we would call the swingers. And the swingers are the emotional barometer for where your team is. You'll know that some people, when things are going well, they're very upbeat. When things are down, they're very gloomy. They're a really good indicator for you about how your team is working at the time. Another role that is played, and you will see this in your business teams, is what we call the watcher. And there are some people that sit on the edge of your business. They don't necessarily contribute, but they see everything that goes on. They're very canny socially, but often they don't give you any of the detail that they see. Really important for you to be able to go and find out who that is and sit down with them every month or so for a coffee and say, what's going on in our team? What are you noticing about our team? Also in your team, and just be a little wary of this one, are what we call the martyrs. And the martyrs are the people who go, well, I'll do it if no one else will. The martyrs do a whole lot of things that other people don't want to do. But one of the things we know about martyrs is this, that they often tell you how much they're doing and they often suck energy out of people in their negativity. Important to have people doing things, but doing it from a place of not so much obligation and duty, but of wanting to contribute. So keep an eye on these ones. Also, we have what we would say are the bricks. And the bricks are those teammates that you have who do everything right 10 out of 10 times. They don't have a great deal of initiative as such, but if you want them to do something, they're very task processed, you know what you're going to get, and they are great contributors and you can build a business on those. And then also, we have what we call the saboteurs. And the saboteurs are the people who create negative energy as opposed to the mozzies. Often what they do is they are the devil's advocate around things, but they try to find small cliques and try to create division in your business. Now, all these people are good. The mozzies provide energy. These people let you know where your team is at any one time. These people see things. Get onto them and ask them. These people do things for you. These people, as we say, are the building blocks. But these people here are also good because they test our commitment to what we want. And they also, I think, as I say, often make us talk about the things that we don't want to talk about. Now, you could look at your team and say, yes, I've got people in all those. I once did a session in a financial planning business, and one guy told me that he was a swinging brick. Now, I don't know what that means, but he understood it for himself. But it taught me a lesson, and that is that I think if that makes up a team, then I think there's a bit of those in each one of us. I think I'm capable of all of these roles at different times. And what I'm aware of as a business leader and what I want you to think about in running your practice is, how do you show up? Do you show up from these places of energy and consistency, or are you over here in the poor me? Are you one of the ones who changes your mood? Are you one of the ones that when things go well, you pull it apart through tinkering or through power games that you want to play? Or are you sitting on the side just watching what happens and not really creating the business you want? There's a bit of those in all of us. What I want you to do is to check in with yourself and bring the best version of you as often as you can to your team.